I'm Mackayla. Welcome to the Soundtrack of Our Lives podcast. We're going to jump right in with the two hardest questions of all. Who are you and what have you been up to recently?
Hi, what's up? My name is Creature. I'm from RebelMatic, New York City. Working on music, preparing for this new album that's coming out on Creep Records on June 12th. That's what I've been working on. Well, that's what's coming up.
That's exciting.
It is very exciting.
Can you share anything about the album?
10 songs. Very excited about it. If people are familiar with our music, it's of the similar vein of other
Hmm.
records, but it's its own identity. So it's the best way to describe our music is James Brown in a mosh pit. So it's socially aware, it's introspective, it's grassroots, it's honest, it's groovy, and it's fun and it's authentic.
Ooh,
That's the way to put it.
that sounds very exciting and interesting.
Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely fun.
How did you guys come up with the James Brown in a mosh pit?
Well, it was kind of like we're influenced and inspired by a lot of different music. And one of the most prevalent artists that kept coming up was James Brown, whether it's directly through James Brown or through our love for hip hop. So
Hmm.
it's kind of like, and I grew up like listening to hardcore punk and metal and all this other type of music as well. So it's kind of like, what's the best? Explaining 25 influences to people was a lot.
Hmm.
So telling them, what's the best way to describe your music? Oh, well, imagine James Brown in a mosh pit. And that visualization, if that meant something to you, then it was easy. So kind of came up with it, make it easy.
I
This is what
like
it
it.
is.
It's very unique.
Thank you. Thank
Because
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
most
it's
people just
it's
name other bands, but you're giving like a full like a story almost.
yeah, it's hard to when we I figure when we name bands, we're gonna miss someone. We're like,
Hmm.
oh, well, early Bad Brains and Black Sabbath, and oh, actually this too and that, and how about this band? It's like we're gonna miss someone, and it's
Right.
not a complete story. So like streamline it to make it more almost like an elevator pitch.
I like it. I think it's very unique. It's fun.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I feel like other bands should do something like that.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like it wasn't super thought out, but I just knew I was when it comes to our music, having to explain all the influences, it gets just it's tiring.
Hmm.
It's tiring because it's not just like two or three bands or like, oh, well, we listen to this and this. It was like we listened to a lot of different music. And it was just a way to like, okay, get to the point. And if this makes sense to you, then if that tagline appeals to you, then we're probably a band you should listen to, or at least give it a shot to.
Right.
You know,
So, with this new album coming out, what songs you guys most excited for people to hear? Or can you say? Maybe you can't.
the whole project. I think, the single Alive and Arrivals out, Burn the Boats just came out. I'm excited for them to hear the whole thing. Like we
Hmm.
create bodies of work. It's a very visceral experience hearing it. I think people will enjoy it. If you have an open mind and open heart, you should dig it.
Okay.
Definitely. To me, of course, but I'm biased.
I would hope so.
Sure, very much. Very much.
How did you guys choose which singles to put out?
Um, well, some of the songs we played other when we some of the songs before we even like put it out for the record like, to the label, we played them out well, mostly all our music before we recorded, we play out live, the
Hmm.
majority of it. So we kind of know from the gauge of the crowd, like, yo, this song seems like a strong song for people to hear. Like, so it was just kind of that alive and arrival. We played it was like, yeah, this people really, it was a quick response. And then Burn the Boats, something similar. And then the next single before the album. These are just songs they speak to us. They're kind
Hmm.
of urgent, but it kind of tells the story a little bit, but you really got to listen to the whole album because you could hear one song, but oh, this is how they sound. And
Right.
like, have you heard our songs yet?
I
If
have.
you, if you,
I really enjoyed them. I'm excited for the whole album.
yeah. So yeah, and the next single will be yeah, that'll be like before the album, and that doesn't sound they don't sound like the songs that are out right now,
Ooh.
but, but it'll make sense. It's a lineage, but it'll sound like us, but it don't sound like the same songs.
Yeah. That's what I
That's the
love about hearing the singles and then hearing the album is like the songs are always great, but then hearing them in the album, it's like it puts the whole story together.
Ideally, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, we're excited about the album. I hope people dig it. I think if you're already a fan of ours, you're gonna love it. If you haven't heard us, I think you'll dig it. I hope you dig it. That's the best way I can put it. But
I'm
I
sure
think if you,
people will.
I hope, hopefully they'll hear it. And that's the biggest thing. Getting the ears, put us in front of the people and like let them, and they hear it. We'll do our job.
Hmm.
We'll do our job. That's like, we're excited about that.
What was the process like making the album?
Easy as far as like so when we finished our last album, Black Hole East to Tornado, we always have a lot of ideas, and some stuff is like we finish stuff, a record, and like we're touring and doing stuff, so we kind of not have leftover ideas, but we have ideas.
Hmm.
So we'll be like, oh, yo, I'm like, "Yeah, how about those other songs we did? Let's read, like, let's like lay these music over, or like let me rewrite something, or we'll tweak stuff, or then just come up with new stuff on the spot. Very organic, very organic. Like, um, well, this is coming out soon, right? This is gonna come out before the album comes out, right?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, so some songs like we literally just wrote like hanging out at the homie. One song we wrote hanging out at the homie spot in DC, just jamming, and it was like Ramsey started playing the rhythm. I'm like, yo, I'm like, and I just started like singing, and I'm like, yo, that's a song. Record, 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 and it was just literally in his home, like it was in his like his space, his art space. But he had equipment there, so Ramsey's playing the drums. He starts on the guitar parts. Alcatraz starts playing the guitar, and I just start riffing on it. And I'm like, "Yo, record this, and then when I get home, I'll finish writing all the lyrics, and then we'll have a song."
Hmm.
So that was one. Other ones was like, "Oh, I like this riff we had," and I'm like, "Man, if we put it together with this other riff we have, and let's jam it, it'll come together." Very organic. It's like it was nothing is super labored because we're kind of once we all get together, we're always creating. We're
Hmm.
always individually and collectively. And then a couple songs we re-recorded that we had from like older releases because I think we have better production value now. I was like, yo, people deserve to hear this with the higher level of production. So we
Hmm.
re-recorded it. But yeah, it's organic. I don't know. I say easy, but it's not easy. It's easy because we're constantly working. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And we just like it's just kind of what we do. But it wasn't like easy. It was just kind of like, yeah, this is what we do.
Just
And it's
another
like,
day.
I mean, it's a day in the life. Like
Hmm.
I'm already like writing for the next record already. I'm already on that already. I'm not just sitting around waiting for people to digest it. I mean, they'll digest it, I'm already got lyrics for other stuff already. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's work. It's kind of when it's your life or when it's like a big part of your life, you create. Whether when people hear it, that's a whole other story. But yeah, it's I don't know. Not the sound that's clear. Is that clear enough? I'm not sure if that's
Yeah,
clear, but yeah, yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
So, how did you choose which songs you wanted to re-record?
Um, really songs that we always had, but we maybe just stopped playing them. But I'm like, man, these are great songs.
Hmm.
It was like I think it was two or three, and the rest we just made up. Like not, we made. I was like, yo, imagine this one with the production and what we know now. Like we're playing even better, but we know exactly how we're supposed to sound now.
Hmm.
Before I think some of the production could have been better, and it's like, let's re-record that this way, and let's re-record this way. So that was just it. Production value, and plus the theme of the record, it fit the theme of what we were doing.
Hmm.
Like it wasn't like we're gonna put these on automatically. It was like, yo, maybe we should record that. We got these four new songs. Let's put this other one we had before, but it's really good and it fits with the other four. Or then it's like, oh, how about we're gonna record five more? Like, yo, let's record those two and the three we have new ones, and these two that we have that are great,
Hmm.
but with better production. So it was like that. We recorded like five first because initially we was gonna have an EP. Then I was like, man, might as well make a whole album.
Why
Might as
not?
well make 10 songs. Well, let's do it. I mean, yeah. And then it was just kind of like, all right, let's do it. And then we had three more new joints, and I was like, yo, well, let's re-record that. That was a great song. and people need to hear it on this. It'll make sense in this puzzle piece, you know.
Hmm.
So that's kind of how it happened.
Do you think that that is something you're going to continue doing going forward, adding re-recordings to albums?
That started with our album Ghost in the Shadows. We had a song Blood and Gold, which we originally recorded on an EP called Eat the Monster in 2017. And the producer of that record, he was like, dude, that song is great. You need to re-record it. I was like, ah, man, we got better stuff. I'm always like, I've never been a guy that wanted to re-record old stuff. I was like,
Hmm.
yeah, that's cool. We got more stuff. We don't need. He said, no, I'm telling you, let's tweak it a little bit and re-record it. And I'm
Hmm.
telling you, it's a great song, and it's probably one of our most popular songs, Blood and Gold. But that song was on our album in 2020, but we initially recorded it in 2017.
Right.
So better production, a tweak here, cut up a corner. So that alone gave me the inspiration of like, hey, we got other joints that are, tweak here, better production. It's a new life to a song. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? It's like so that yeah, we've done that. Yeah, I mean, and if it fits the puzzle,
Hmm.
but I'm definitely within creating more new stuff. But I mean, right now we have like online we got like 50 songs, and that's not even including the album. We got like
Hmm.
50 songs online, and what maybe a couple, two or three or four maybe re-recordings of stuff. So you never know. Possibly at
Okay.
this point, I'll definitely went without because it's like, why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Why not? It's our music. We create.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like it's evolving with you guys too, that because you're probably changing little bits and pieces.
Yeah, it's like, and it's just sometimes it's just this helps fit the picture.
Hmm.
It's kind of like, yo, like I said, for me, a lot of times it's just the production value. It's like that song didn't really get its fair shake, because the production wasn't as good. Um, our platform is a little bigger now, so that it might get heard better. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of it. So it's always possible.
Okay, well, we'll just see what happens next.
More music. I mean, we got a live album coming out. We got a bunch of we're working. We're working. I'll tell you that. We're playing, we're working, we're creating new songs, we got a catalog of work that needs to be heard. And I feel like we're gonna keep just making music as long as we feel like making music. You know?
How long do you think that will be?
I don't know. I mean I'm at this point I just like I'm a lifer. Like
Hmm.
I've been doing music for the majority of my life. Um we're not spring chickens, but we still got a lot of energy. We could jump around on stage for 45 minutes to an hour, night after night if we have to. As long as the people are there, I don't know. I don't really know. I just want to create, and
Hmm.
could be 5 years, it could be 10 years, it could be 2 years, it could be 1 year. I don't know. I don't really think about it that much. I just want to create, and when I look back at it, like, oh snap, we create a lot of cool stuff that hopefully the people who enjoyed it, and hopefully, you know, more people will enjoy it.
Hmm.
But as far as creating art, I realize I'm gonna do that till I die. I'm not gonna stop. Whether I want to get in front of people and perform it anymore, that's a different story. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna always do art.
So you mentioned, performing. For somebody who hasn't seen you guys live, what could they expect?
Celebration. It's a party. It's high energy. It's inclusive. It's fun. It's crowd participation. It's groove. Yeah, it's an experience. It's an experience. It's never cashed in. Whether it's 10 people there, 100 people there, 1,000 people, it's always 100%.
Hmm.
We never cash it in. It's always we give you everything we got. Whether we're opening the show, we're direct support, or we're headlining, we give you everything we got. And anyone who have seen us before will vouch for that. That's our credo. We live by that. Like now, it's always going to be give you everything we got. Because this is your first time seeing us, or you've seen us 10 times or 20 times. I want to know that it's never just dialed in. It's like, yo, you could have been anywhere but here, and you're here. So I owe it to you to give you everything I have, and I owe it to myself to give everything I have.
Hmm.
So yeah.
And they're probably paying, so
Yeah, I mean they're paying. I mean they're paying, but they're paying financially. They're paying with their time.
yeah.
People travel. I mean, someone. last show we did, one of the last shows, somebody's like they traveled 4 hours to come see us. I mean, before somebody else traveled 3 hours to come see you. Um, one kid like, oh, I didn't even know y'all were playing, but we traveled. We came from out of town, so like, I'm not gonna like dismiss that or be like, oh yeah, cool thing. you know, not be appreciative that people
Yeah.
got, especially as people get older. People get older. People got. It takes a lot for people to come out and see you and perform, like see you perform. They got children. They got work the next day. Some people
Yeah.
work the whole day, and they're like, "Look, I had to get a babysitter," or just like, "I'm tired," but that's real life stuff.
Yeah.
And then I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah. Before I ask the last question, was there anything else that you wanted to mention or talk about today?
I mean, Sting the Devil's coming out in June 12th. Pick it up. I mean, I'm just happy for people. I'm happy to be interviewed. I'm happy that you give us the time and your platform to express these thoughts and feelings. And no, I'm pretty good. I mean, whatever questions you want to ask, I'm willing to answer. That's a better way of looking at it.
Okay. Our last question is, what is the soundtrack of your life?
Um, Music wise, or like, what do you mean? Like, just what? Give me more context so I can get a better
Okay, so
understanding
it's
of what.
supposed to be very ambiguous because it is about you. I could give
Sure.
you answers that other people have given.
Are you just talking about music as far as what's my musical
Um,
soundtrack?
so I've had people do, music or soundtrack to a movie or a TV show. People have said conversations with friends and families, their pets. So it's been all over the place.
Um, it's interesting because I always think of like music of like if I only had a couple, if I was stranded on a desert island, what would it be the music that I had to listen
Hmm.
to for the rest of my life? That's kind of how I look at it. But as far as a soundtrack for my life, sheesh. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. I feel like it has to be a song, but it's not just a song. So I'm just gonna go in the direction of the albums that I think I would have to live with if I had
Hmm.
nothing. This were my last albums, if that's
Yeah,
acceptable.
that's acceptable. It's your life.
Okay. Anthology by Sly and the Family Stone, which is basically like a greatest hits, but specifically anthology because it has like great classics from every all of their albums. And the reason being is if I was just stranded somewhere, I would want music that would keep me motivated in a positive space. And and oh, you know what? I got the quote though. If that's the album, but you know what? I got the quote from the great Sylvester Stewart, aka Sly Stone. You don't have to die before you live. And then that's would be the quote, like you don't
Okay.
have to die before you live. And then another one would be for my younger self, the words that always resonated with me. But that still resonates with me. But another something that's just like that a reminder that got me through hard times when I was younger was from Bad Brains when he said, "To the youth I say right now, don't sway to the unjust. No matter what they say, never give in, never give in." So those would be the quotes of my life
Those are some
for the
good
young.
quotes.
Yeah, for the young me, to the youth, I say right now, don't sway to the unjust. No matter what they say, never give in, never give in. And you don't have to die before you live.
Those
You
are
know?
good. Those are quotes to
Yeah,
live by.
those are quotes I do live by. That's those are quotes I do live by. And then I'll give you a third one just
Okay.
because it hit my mind from the great Lemmy from Motorhead. It's suicide to live off pride.
It's another good
I
one.
don't. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Those are like I mean lyrics like it's suicide to live off pride. Every time I'm in the gym and I'm working, I'm running on a bike and I'm hearing that suicide to live off pride. I'm just like, yeah, it's suicide to live off pride. You gotta have pride, but you just
Yeah.
live off it, and may be dangerous.
Hmm.
So yeah, those would be some of the things that I would summarize my life in a synopsis if I had to. You don't have to die before you live. To the youth, I say right now, don't sway to the unjust, and it's suicide to live off pride.
Good. Those are some good ones to live by.
Hey, Well, we gotta live, right?
Hmm.
We gotta live. We
So,
gotta
for
live.
all of our listeners who want to stay updated on you guys, hear the new album when it comes out, see you live, where can they find you?
RebelMatic NYC, everything like Instagram, everything. Bandcamp, RebelMatic NYC, RebelMatic NYC. Um, our album, I think you can find the new album on creeprecords.com. But yeah, if you just type in, if you Google RebelMatic or RebelMatic NYC, you can find us. It'll come up. Everything comes up. You know.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today.
Thank you very much, Mackayla. I appreciate your time, your support, and for letting me to be able to express myself on the soundtrack of our lives. Not the
Of
day of our
course.
lives, but the soundtracks of our lives.
Of course. Have a nice rest of your day.
You too.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.